So this is the Volkswagen Taigo. That's definitely how you pronounce the name. I know we're still talking about Touareg, 20 years after it came out, but this is definitely the Taigo. I thought this was a small T-Roc, but, well, it isn't. I thought maybe it was a coupe T-Roc, but it isn't like that. Is it a coupe Polo? I can't quite work it out. Still, it's not a bad car. We're going to find out all about it right now. Hey, before we get into the nitty-gritty of this review, I would absolutely love it if you would like, comment and share. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, because it really does help it out. Anyway, back to the show. So you can see what I mean here when I say about the coupe line on the car, as if it's a coupe Polo, but it's a T-Roc, because lifted. Do you get what I'm saying? They put these fairies around the outside of it here. They're actually quite a nice little design feature. There is fake exhaust pipes on this, on the back of it. I don't know whether you like them or love them or hate them, it doesn't really matter, they're there. But the coupe line extends out the front. Now, in exchange for the coupe look, you actually get a 438 litre boot, which is much bigger than a Polo, 351. So you actually get a much bigger boot in this car than you do in a Polo, and you get a higher riding position as well. Let's just have one little look at the engine though. So this is a 999cc 1 litre in normal terms, petrol powered engine. Little turbo in here, gives it a 0 to 60 time of 10 point something seconds. It's not faster, and 110 horsepower with the turbo involved as well. And this is light and easy to make, and that's why this car starts in Ireland at 31,000 in the R-Line model, 825. It's actually cheaper than that. This is the R-Line one, gets you all the bells and whistles. And if you connect this to a 7-speed DSG, which is what's in this car, it's 35,480 as well. I talked about driving it in a minute with the 7-speed DSG, but this is actually a good combo. I mean, what electric car are you going to get for the money that's involved in this car? It's actually pretty good fuel economy as well. Let's have a look on the inside. It's a Polo, right? So this is the Polo layout. But it does have manual controls here for the air condition, which I love, because you can infinitely adjust that little temperature control and keep looking out the window. You don't have to press anything on the screen. It's wonderful. 7-speed DSG, wireless charging tray as well, 2 USB ports, both USB-C, 2 USB ports in the back, both USB-C as well. But you also get the wireless charging tray, a proper handbrake. I needed a manual to figure out, like a little instruction booklet, and go, right, you press the button up, put the button, let it down, pull it, push the button. An awful lot going on, but very light steering wheel. But you do get Apple CarPlay is in it, Android Auto is in it. The Volkswagen ON system is actually not that bad. You do get a digital dash in this, and you get active cruise control, which is an option on this one, but it is worth getting as an option. It's a lovely interior, it really is. We'll talk about some of the flaws on the interior when we drive, because I have to get you to listen for one of them, because there's a creak from over there. It's driving me mad. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's go for a little spin. Here we go. Sounds like a wee little yacht, doesn't it? It just does. And like, I'm not debating that it is. It's a 1 litre petrol. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? But you can see it gets straight into Apple CarPlay instantaneously, which is quite nice. And once you're actually on the move, we'll just turn on the air conditioning and make sure the radio's turned off as well. We're okay. You're off. 7-speed DSG. You never feel it. You never feel those gear changes until you put pressure on it. When you floor it, like any car, you'll hear it. And at its top end, the little 1 litre TSI out there does sound rough. But its efficiency is what we're after in this car, really, Listen now. It's not exciting. Don't get excited. I'm not going too fast or anything. You're not going to get there. 0 to 60 or 0 to 100 kilometers an hour is dealt with in about 10.5 seconds or so. So it's not a fast car, even with a turbo. Now, something you might be able to hear in the background of the shot from the mic is a little clicking sound. It's over there somewhere. Various clicking sounds. The cabin, it's a relatively new car, it needs to settle down a little bit, but the cabin has a lot of noises that drive me bananas. It's like a little plastic Geiger counter going off over here somewhere, just a little. This happens in cars from time to time, but it's just very annoying. And it hasn't gone away. I thought it would. I thought it would go out of the car. A lot of brand new creaks and noises that cars make actually kind of disappear over time as the car settles in, as things bed in around the car. It just goes away, and that's what happens a lot of the time. So driving dynamics, it's actually okay in the corners, believe it or not. This is a bit of a weird corner here, but be careful. Okay. So it's actually okay in the corners. I thought it was going to lope all over the place because it's an SUV, or rather it's a Polo. It's been lifted into the sky and turned into a small SUV. But it's actually okay in the corners. It rides okay on firm side of comfortable. Seats are comfortable as well. This model, the R-Line one, comes with this air conditioning system, which is infinitely adjustable knobs. 1, 2, 3, 4, simple. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Air quality up and down, or in your face, or wherever you want it to be, and then a temperature control that I can adjust while I'm driving. Look at that. I can look out the front window and I can adjust the temperature up and I can adjust the temperature down. That's straightforward enough. Please stop telling me that touch screens are better. They're not. That's better. Every time that knob beats a touch screen, because I don't even look. Look, I'm looking out the front window. I'm going to drive along, look out the front window on a bumpy, crappy road. Watch. I just changed the temperature and I never stopped looking out the front window. Wow. Amazing, isn't it, really? But anyway, old-fashioned sometimes works, and if it works, sometimes you're better off just using it. On the flip side of that, there is a touchscreen that runs Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it works as well. So I don't have much to do up here for Apple CarPlay. I can just go into my maps if I want to. So open down and get back out of that menu easy enough. Apple CarPlay does work as a menu system. It's as a UI, it actually works. Now, a lot of the apps aren't so great. Like Spotify in Apple CarPlay is rubbish. It is garbage interface. For what you pay for, you would expect a much better interface from Apple CarPlay on Spotify. It's very hard to search from. It's very difficult to do anything with, and it's just a pain. So that needs addressing. But generally, Apple CarPlay is actually pretty good. As you come out on the bigger main road now, floor it. Now again, I can't feel the gear shift. I can hear the engine change gears, but I can't feel the gear shift. So that should tell you how good the gearbox is. I thought that having a manual gearbox in this would be much better for runabout cars, for driving the kids to school and all. But in actual fact, when you drive the kids to school in this, it's so comfy because it's just D-Go. You just put your foot on the brake, put it into D, and just drive off. It does everything for you. It's brilliant. We're going to hit the motorway. This is where we're going to struggle. So this is where I also think that electric cars struggle. I think pretty much everything bar the bigger diesel struggle on a motorway because, okay, so the big thing is it's a limit, not a target. 120 kilometers an hour is a limit that you're supposed to go to. You don't have to drive at 120 kilometers an hour, but who doesn't drive at 120 kilometers an hour on a motorway? Who sits there doing 100 or 80, apart from Generation 1 Nissan Leaf owners who sit there with their jacket 80 kilometers an hour, 70 kilometers an hour. Oh my God, I was struggling for range. But that was just Generation 1. And the modern electric cars are able to go pretty fast. But even at 120, electric cars very much struggle on motorways. They very much struggle. Whereas this doesn't really, believe it or not. It does about 7 litres per 100 kilometers. Just sits there. We're going to prove it, right? I'll get it to 90 now. Here we go. I have another reason to bring out the motorway as well. I want to show you something else. So here we are out behind a truck now, unfortunately. But it's okay. It's all right. You watch now. Watch this. Here we go. Go for it there, little Volkswagen. It's only a 1 litre, but look. It's concentrating now. It's Florida. It's in 5th. 6th. 7th. And 120 kilometers an hour is achieved beautifully by the Volkswagen's little tiny engine that's in there going, oh, I'm running so hard now. But it's sitting there at 2,700 RPM. And it's doing 7 litres per 100 kilometers on a motorway on a kind of a breezy day. It's 11 degrees outside. And I can do that for about 500, 510, 520 kilometers If I was to slow it down, I would go much further. Don't get me wrong, all cars would go further when you go slower on a motorway. 55 miles per hour, 60 miles per hour, 100 kilometers an hour, somewhere in that region is where all cars basically get the best efficiency. And that's the same for electric cars. But I'll tell you what, let's pull over and find out exactly what we can do with this car. So if you're in the market for a small SUV looking car that's kind of coupe looking, well, Volkswagen has you covered on that one. If you like something like this, but there's nothing wrong with it in particular, the Volkswagen T-Roc is also really, really good. I do like this, plenty of options on it, but I can't see why you would buy one over the other, and I think you'd forget it very quickly. Most people I showed it to don't know what it is. And I just somehow feel that if you bought it, you'd have it outside the door and you'd never really desire to drive the thing. It's a good car, but could have been better. Don't forget, if you like this kind of review, you should be subscribed. See all that stuff that just appeared on the side of the screen? That means you should be subscribed to me. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you look after yourselves. And until the next time, I'll see you on the far side. Here's my keys. See you now, bye.